Hey beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my little corner of the interwebs. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another new makeup releases where basically I go through all of the new products that have either hit the market or are about to hit the market and give you guys my overarching thoughts. For the most part, I like to look at these as a way to tell you guys, like, do I like it? Do I not like it? But also as an opportunity for me to share, like, where you should save your coins, because chances are this will go on sale and you can get it at a cheaper price. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. And this memory card have exactly 55 minutes, and I'm hoping this video is not going to get there, but I of course missed a couple of weeks, so you know, we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead, scooch this aside, and let's just dive right in. Okay, so I'm starting off with makeup on your radar, but I actually might try to, like, you know, I might check out some other, you know, like the trend moods and whatnot to see if anything else is posted. To be quite honest, I feel like since summer has kind of started, we haven't seen a ton of releases. Everything is kind of slowed down a little bit, which quite frankly I appreciate. I don't know if it's because I've just not been in the shopping mood for a number of reasons. Mainly also kind of sort of because I just want to be outside. When it comes to where I want to invest my money, and of course money is a very finite resource, I want to use my summer coins to be summering, you know? But that's just me. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive in and let's see what's going on. So we have a new lip butter. Why do I always start off with these like lip balms, lip butters, lip creams? Because y'all know how I feel about it. Vaseline, baby, Vaseline. Because there's no need ever, in my humble, unprofessional opinion, to pay $20 for a lip anything. So that is going to be a hard pass. I think it's available now. Apparently it has avocado butter, shea butter, and peptides. I personally don't care because at the end of the day, it's basically a tinted lip balm and you could use Vaseline. You'll be just fine. It's okay. So we have some new lip liners from Mercier. These look fine, but they're also like pencils that you have to sharpen. And I feel like we are at the point now where we should not be doing that anymore. Is it just me? Am I the only one that's just kind of over sharpening pencils? Because I personally am. And not to mention, you have to pay $29 for a pencil you have to sharpen. If you're going to give us sharpenable lip liners and sharpenable eyeliners, at least make them like $10, $15. I'm just saying, you know, and of course, I'm just being spicy for no reason, you guys. But it looks like in addition to the lip liners, there's also a lipstick that's being released from Mercier that's $45. I don't know enough about Mercier as a brand because all I really know them for is their setting powder. But I personally feel like they have some audacity to charge $45 for lipstick. Like, that seems wild and outrageous to me. Because Lisa Eldridge's lipstick aren't $45. Neither is Pat McGrath. What is the Prada lipstick price? Because I feel like it's giving Prada price-wise, but I'm like, is it? So Prada's lipsticks are $50. And Mercier wants to charge $45. That don't sit right with me. Anyways, let's move off of Mercier. Refi, they have a primer. It's the Blur and Hydrate Oil Controlling Face Primer with Hyaluronic Acid. It's $34. Huh, I'm intrigued by this because it does say that it supposedly absorbs oil. However, the ingredients are shea butter, sodium hyaluronate, and polymethyl silicylonate. Let's pretend like I know how to say that word, and I will put it up here so you guys can see it. Which is interesting because shea butter and sodium hyaluronate are both hydrating products, and those are the first two that they list, which to me just screams this is not for oily people. So I don't know how it's going to absorb oil because you guys know shea butter, very, very heavy, makes you very oily. So it seems like a little bit of a contradiction. But if you guys are planning to pick it up, let me know. I would be curious as to, like, for my oily girls, do you like how the formula feels on your skin? How does it weigh? So Tarte Cosmetics has a new eyeshadow palette. This is their Reflections Amazonian Clay palette. It is $54. This looks like it's way too many shades. I think Tarte is on my we're done. Like, permanently broken up with list because I have no interest in shopping from Tarte. I did try their palette, the Man-Eater palette, when it had come out because it was like, oh, this is new, it's different, the formula has changed, and it was mediocre at best. Just saying. I did not like the formula. I was just kind of over it, and I don't know if like this is gonna be any better. Oh, plus it has glitters. And let me give you all the details. So it says that this is vegan and cruelty-free, has no parabens, mineral oil, formaldehydes, or phthalates. It's 10 shimmers, 12 mattes, 3 glitters, and 3 satins. The fact that they had the audacity to put 3 glitters in there, why would you do that? Who is still wearing glitters? Okay, if you are, I'm not judging, just say. But yeah, that's a hard pass. It's going to be a straight up no for me. What I am interested in is Adept Cosmetics. They have been sneak peeking this new Legend of Adra. Am I saying that right? Adra. It's going to be another palette. It looks really pretty, at least in terms of the outer packaging. I like that kind of pink, iridescent, very reflective, I'm guessing faux leather packaging. And they say that this is limited edition, which does make me wonder what is it going to be. Now, Adept palettes are not cheap. You guys already know this. They're in the $65, $79 range, which I have a very hard time going past $65. So I have not actually been purchasing from Adept as I typically have in the past. So I'm going to be watching it to see what it is because, you know, I do love the Adept formula and I think that they produce great palettes, but I'm also like, the last set of palettes that they've done have also had a lot of holochromes, which aren't exactly my favorite formula, or that kind of like rainbow palette, you know, like the rainbow shade. Again, also not my favorite formula, like shadow. Like I don't want a rainbow shadow, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Like is this just going to be the standard shimmers and duochromes, multichromes? Like what is it going to be? But, you know, I am always looking out for Adept, so I will have my eyes out for sure. So Gourmand Girls has a new palette. It's going to launch July 2nd at 10 a.m. I don't have a price for this, but this is going to be the Peach Perfect palette. It's giving Too Faced peach vibes, but like in an indie formula, which means we know it's going to be better. But also, this is an orange and green palette. And orange and green is a very common combination. So I have this already. I'm just going to say that. I know I don't need this because orange and green is oftentimes put together in multiple palettes that I already own. So I think that this is going to be a skip for me. But it looks beautiful. And I have one Gourmand Girl palette and I actually really like it. Made by Mitchell has, it looks like a couple of new brush sets. This kind of ombre is so pretty. Like, this is so darn cute. I don't know about the bristles, but apparently they're 16-piece ombre brush sets, and you get like a makeup brush with it, and it's only $52. $52 for 16 brushes. Hold on, let's do the math on that. That's $3.25 a brush. That's not bad at all. So it is described as versatile and luxurious for both beauty enthusiasts and professionals. You get 4 face brushes, 4 flawless powder, foundation, contour, and blush application, and 12 eye brushes. Each brush has a ombre handle, and it doesn't say it here in this little description, but I would put money on the fact that this is all synthetic fibers. This is actually really cute, and it looks like there's 4 different color combinations. No, 5. So, and they all have green in it, like a lime green, so it's either orange and lime green. Is that orange or red? It looks orangey, but it might be red. Whatever, one of those, orange and red and lime green, like a lime green and a lighter green, a pink and a peach with the green, and then a purple. That purple and green looks good, but it also looks very Halloween. Either way, not a bad price for 16 brushes, $52. That's actually really, really good. So if you're looking to build your brush collection, I would check it out. I have heard nothing but good things about Made by Mitchell, just in general. So Hourglass has a new liquid blush. This looks really pretty. At first I thought that this was Danessa Myricks because it looks like the exact same dropper that Danessa has for her primer. It might actually be the exact same one. But either way, this is going to release July 2024. I don't know when exactly or how much this is going to cost, but it is Hourglass, so expect luxury pricing. And these are very pretty colors. They also look like very wearable, everyday colors. So nothing crazy. So I'm intrigued. I've never done liquid blushes, but I kind of want to try. So yeah, that's actually very, very pretty. So you guys have already seen this. This is already available. Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Longing Palette. Now mine did take a little bit of time to arrive. So, you know, my video will be up later than expected, but I'm working on it. So much so that I'm wearing one of the looks right now. And I have the palette with me. This is what it looks like. This is, if you are a cool toned gal, it's your time. This is your time. This is such a beautiful palette. It also is, I kind of want to call it a spicy neutral, but yeah, I would give it like spicy neutral, spicy cool tone neutral. So yes, that is available now. It is $42, but you can use my discount code Jamila and you'll save 10% off of your purchase. So far, I mean, guys, but my review will be up soon. I just need to film one, maybe two more looks, and then I'll have all of my thoughts formulated for you guys. Another exciting indie release that I think people have been buzzing about is from Divini Beauty. This is Currency. This is just so pretty. It's very vibrant. It's very colorful. I'm not in the colorful phase right now, but this is stunning. It looks like this is, how many shades? 15 shades. There are 8 mattes and 1 sparkle matte with 6 special shimmers that include metallic holochromes, multichromes, and a pressed glitter. It is $65. That, again, my prices, I just want something less than $50 and I'd be okay. Either way, it's available now. You can use affiliate codes to save 10%. And I feel like people like this brand. I've never tried from them, so I can't even tell y'all yes, no, maybe so, because I have no experience with this brand whatsoever. Okay, so Sonia G has a new Summer Koi collection. This is part of the Maki E series. So these series are special because the brush handles are hand painted. So, you know, this is a collector's set. You only get 4 brushes and it's $210. So yes, it is significantly more expensive than if you were to buy her regular brushes because the koi design on the handles, like I said, those are hand painted. So definitely if you're a Sonia G collector, if you are into fude, this is certainly one that I can see people collecting and loving. It is beautiful. If I could afford it right now, I would, but she can't. I can't. So it is not going to be in my collection. Rabanne has a new foundation. I don't know. When did they come up with a line? Okay. So it's 30 shades. I have not heard anybody talk about this. Okay, let's look at this arm. Okay, these arm swatches are... it's doing something. It could go deeper though. Like, no shade, I'm not trying to complain about the depth, but like, this, it could go significantly deeper. I will say their mid-tone, like their mid-deep section, medium-deep section, that seems to be nice, but it could go deeper. And it's also very, very interesting. I feel like some of, like, the gradients of these shades is just off. So much so that, like, if you look at 60C and then 70W, how do we get there? Because it looked like it went down. Like, it started dark and then it got lighter and then it went dark again, and then light again. So that's just interesting. But let me know if you guys have tried it. I don't see a price for it. Or, oh, it's available in Germany. So I guess this isn't in the US yet. Well, I guess we'll see when it finally gets here. Somebody will try it. Not me, but somebody. Okay, so another palette that's in my collection that I haven't filmed with. I know, I'm so behind you guys. Nomad Cosmetics, they have their Beach Season palette. This is actually for the Florida Keys. And you get 18 shades, 11 mattes, 7 shimmers. And it's available now. It is $49 USD. And if you want a beach bag, the beach bag is $29. So it is a very colorful palette. Part of the reason why I haven't filmed with this is because it's a very colorful palette. And I am feeling very neutral. But I love the Nomad formula. And this is one of the, you know, few brands that actually does send me PR. And I do like, if I can, I do like to make sure to film with things so I can be a resource. Like, if I have it, I might as well film with it, right? So I definitely will be doing a video on this Just give me some time, you know? I have to like figure out what I want to do with it. It's so colorful and there's no real neutrals in here. So I'm going to give you guys all the color on the eye. So stay tuned. That should be coming at some point. Oh, we have a new release from Gourmand Girls as well. Okay. Lip oils. This is nice. I love a good lip oil. I will say that straight up. I don't see a price, but it looks like this will be available on July 2nd or July 1st. They haven't decided yet. So I'm not sure what the price will be, but hopefully it's in a good price range. And I wonder if this releases the same time as the palette. We'll have to see. So something to be mindful of. Also, this I think was a little bit of a surprise release from Unearthly Cosmetics. It looks like they have a new collection that includes a eyeshadow palette. And are these bronzers? Yeah. Wow, okay. And then we have 4 bronzers. So the bronzers are $16 each, which is really, really good price for a bronzer, to be quite frank. Less than $20. That's so wild because Unearthly's prices are insane. That being said, though, this palette is only $46, which is like $30 less than what an Unearthly palette goes for. So, okay, $46 for the palette and $16 for the bronzers. Not bad. Let me know if you guys are planning to pick this up and if you like it, I guess. Okay, so from Kayali, we have a new set. I think this is limited edition. It's 4 mini perfume fragrances. I don't think that these are existing fragrances. I think these are all new. This is cool. I wonder if they'll keep all of this past like the summer. Here's the thing. I realize that I don't like Kayali as a fragrance brand. There's nothing wrong with the brand. The notes are just not mine, because if you look at the entire Kayali lineup, all of their fragrances are very, very gourmand, which is not a problem. I just don't like gourmand fragrances. The only one I have from them is their vanilla, which I think is actually one of my favorite vanillas, and it's an excellent layering fragrance. So I will oftentimes pair that vanilla with something else, because I don't mind vanilla in like my perfumes. I think it's actually a good combining fragrance. Like I think it works well with a lot of things, even like a more musky scent, you know? It's like tobacco, vanilla, like all of those. I think you can always be safe with mixing a fragrance with vanilla and having it like not go bad. But the other fragrances in the Kayali line all tend to be like very, very foody. And if you know me, you know that I do not want to smell like food. I don't want to smell like cake. I don't want to smell like any kind of dessert. I am not interested in smelling edible at all. Mainly because it's just gonna make me hungry, and me being hungry for no reason just makes me mad. Like, I get hangry. I'm not a good hungry person, so gourmand fragrances do not sit well with me. Wow, that was a tangent, but I wanted y'all to know. Anyways, the entire, that little mini set is available for right now, and it's $100. Okay, so this is pretty, but I have some questions. So Notoriously Morbid and their sister brand, Spellcast Beauty, has some releases. So just if you were wondering, what do you mean sister brand? Notoriously Morbid has handmade shadows. So that has always been the brand's MO, but they wanted to be able to offer like pre-made, white label, private labeled shadows as well. So they created Spellcast Beauty, which is the pre-made side of Notoriously Morbid. Fine, whatever, they did what they did. So the Notoriously Morbid side has a new palette that's called Through Dangers Untold. It looks really beautiful. It looks like cool tone, spicy neutrals, right up my alley. But you guys know how I feel about Notoriously Morbid right now. I finally got a change in the status of my order that I placed back in April. Yeah, was it April? It must have been April. So long ago, right? We are basically in July. By the time you are watching this video, it'll be July. So I just hate the wait that Notoriously Morbid has. And not because I don't mind, like I don't like waiting. I don't mind waiting. I just don't like the lack of communication that comes with it. Because this is also past the fulfillment timeline on their website. And a little bit of communication would be nice. So just saying. But that being said, I'm not going to be purchasing anything from Notoriously Morbid for a minute now. Because it just keeps rubbing me the wrong way. On the flip side, the Spellcast Beauty, which are these private labeled, white labeled shadows, I feel like we might already have this. I'm not saying it's the exact same formula, you guys, but I'm saying you might have it. And these are all shimmers. I don't want an all shimmer palette, especially not a 6-pan all shimmer palette. So there is a purple, a purple pinky one, a green tealy one, a red orangey one, and then another one that looks kind of like random mix of things, kind of like neutrals. But yeah, so that's how that has shaped out. So yeah, that's from Notoriously Morbid. I don't know what the prices on these are, but I do believe they are available, and you can use Kara's code, I think it's Beauty in the Frizz 15, or Radar 15 to save 15% off of your purchase. Now, what I did end up purchasing, because you guys know, not really buying much of anything right now, is the Cosmic Brushes collection. So they dropped 2 spicy neutrals palettes. They're not calling it spicy neutrals, I am. So there's cool trolls and there's neutrals. You probably suspected, there's one warm and then there's one cool toned. I fell in love with that warm toned palette because, I mean, guys, you know. If you've been here before, you know. If you haven't, hi, I'm Jamila. I'm obsessed with orange and reds and everything that makes me look like a little bit of, like a ray of sunshine. If I can look like the sun, I'm okay with it. So I love those colors. And then even the cool tone one looks absolutely wearable and perfect for any skin tone, skin type, etc, etc, etc. So I picked up both of them because, as you know, Cosmic Brushes has probably the best price point when it comes to indie makeup, in my humble opinion. So each palette is available now. It's $37 a piece, $73 if you were to purchase the bundle. In the neutrals, which is that warm one, you get 20 shades, 14 mattes, 8 metallics, and 2 shifty multichromes and 1 duochrome. In the cool trolls, you get 14 mattes, 8 metallics, and 1 foiled metallic, 1 duochrome, and an iridescent. So once I have those in my possession, I will definitely be demoing them for you guys. To be quite frank, it's been moving through the process pretty well. I did get notice that it had shipped, and I believe that it might be in the US now, because it's a UK-based brand, in case you didn't know, so it has to leave the UK, get to the US, and then make its way to me. So fingers crossed everything arrives safe and sound, because I cannot wait to try them. Okay, let me switch over to Trend Mood for a sec, see what they got going on. So on Trend Mood, we have some new YSL quads. I've been wanting to try these. YSL is a luxury brand, and I do love trying new luxury eyeshadows because they tend to have very interesting formulas that I think are just so, honestly, a little bit seductive on the eyes. Like, they give off this just like effortless perfection on the lids, typically, in my experience. So the color stories on these are not anything special. They're not anything to write home about, but I'm interested in seeing the formulation. So it looks like these 4 are available now, and I'm pretty sure you can probably get them at the YSL website, the Nordstrom's, all of those, but those look interesting. I am curious. Skin by Kim. It looks like, yeah, that's Kim Kardashian's, right? So we have a highlighter for $35, lip gloss for $25. Oh, there's actually 3 shades of the highlighter: Honey Glow, Rose Glow, and Golden Glow. And then the lip glosses are $25. I mean, this is not a brand I have any interest in ever picking anything up from, but just letting you guys know. Oh, and we talked about this last time, but just to flag, the Fenty Hair Collection is actually out and available now. The prices aren't terrible. They're in that late 20s. Is that what you would call it? End of 20s? Well, yeah, I don't know what you call it, but like $28, $29 price point. I think the most expensive thing is the Damage Repair Treatment Bond Builder. That's $36. But everything else is like $26 to $29. And then like some edge control for $18. One thing that I have seen with this brand that people mentioned is that some of the products don't mix together. And you know, sometimes when you mix products together, you get like a little bit of white residue in your hair. So I've seen people apply it to their hands and it not mix together, and that could obviously result in that white residue. So I think that that's interesting. So let me know if you've picked up anything from the collection and what you may have experienced there. And I shared this on my Instagram, but Charlotte Tilbury has a new foundation stick. So I've heard not great things about it from people with oily skin. Now, people with dry skin, I think, seem to love it. It does not seem to wear great on oily skin, and it definitely leaves you oilier. So, something to be mindful of. I think, well, one, I have way too many foundations. So I'm trying to not go, like, not buy anything until I go through a couple. So, just an FYI. Oh, and Danessa Myricks concealer. I just want to try it because it's Danessa. I just want to try it. It's $30 each. That's, I guess, average for concealer. Medium to full coverage. So it looks like it's buildable. And, you know, Danessa is just the queen. Like, just, oh my god. And just looking at these models, it looks absolutely stunning. So when I have used up some things, I will probably give it another shot. I'm going to end on the Chanel collection because I think that's all I really want to talk about, because I did see the Chanel collection and I was just like, this is so beautiful. So Chanel has a collection which I'm pretty sure is out now. Actually, maybe not. This was posted well, I think it's out now because now I've gone way far back into like trend mood. And there's 2 blush and highlighter duos. I will say that that berry one looks stunning. It's just so darn cute. And there are 3, it's called Chanel Stylo Ombre thingamabobs. I'm guessing those are eyeshadows, like the pencil eyeshadows. And 2 multi-use glow sticks. That's cool. So those are actually super interesting. When I saw this, I was actually, like, my interest was piqued by the collection. I was quite interested in it, but I haven't picked anything up. Okay, lastly, I know I said that that was the last one, but let me just switch over to a couple more places, see if there's anything going on. Okay, I'm on a Mint Beauty Talk, and it looks like there is a collection from Christian Dior. I love the outside packaging of this. Have you guys heard about the drama that Dior is having right now with their bags costing $50-something to make, but they charging $3,000? Just saying, these luxury houses are robbing us. I mean, we've been known that. We knew that they were robbing us, but like, we knew that the construction of the bags were definitely not what they were charging us. But I think all of us at least assumed that they weren't working or operating out of sweatshops. But, you know, here we are. So, but this is a pretty collection, although it's Dior and we've seen this before. Like, nothing on this looks new at all. This is a limited edition series, but I do think that this kind of like color layout that they have, you can find in the main line. Just in case you were wondering. All right. So let's go ahead and stop there. Let me switch back into the middle and we'll wrap this up. So like I said, I do feel like the releases have slowed down so far for the summertime. I think part of that is natural. I think over the summer, a lot more people are just simply outside living their best life, enjoying the weather, than like sitting inside scrolling through the interwebs and doing like just random online shopping. So I'm genuinely and generally grateful that there isn't a crazy amount of releases and that there's not much that's been catching my eye. But let me know in the comments below, have you seen anything? Have you been shopping? What are you interested in? What are you into? And how are you enjoying your summer? Because if you like me, we outside. I'm trying to get nice and crispy and chocolatey. I am ready to be like my best chocolate self this summer. But that's really pretty much it, you guys. As always, thank you so much for hanging with me for this new makeup releases video. I appreciate you guys so much more than you know. And I hope you have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.